Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Head shave, I'll be doing a face shave and I'm going to be using this. You might not be able to make out exactly what it is, but up there it says Mitchell's, down here it says soap, and in the middle I think it's got WFS, Woolfat soap I think. Now this is the bar soap. As you can see, it's a fair chunky size bar. I've never had it before, I've never used it before. But I picked it up from Beard and Blade over here in Australia, and it was, I think it's about 23 bucks for 3 bars of it delivered, something like that. It's not the cheapest of soap, but it is a good size chunky bar, and knowing it's Mitchell's Woolfat, it's rock hard and hopefully will last a good length of time. Now it's not quite artisan soap, but it's close enough I think, and I'm quite happy with it. Now the scent on it actually smells like an imperial leather soap. It smells like old school, old man, old woman type soap. Falling back here, it doesn't smell like Mitchell's Woolfat, the shaving soap, which is a shame because the shaving soap smells fantastic. This one smells more like old soap. That's about all I can say about it. Right, the brush is my Carnivus and Richardson solid aluminium. There was a little sticker on here, it was up here, I can't remember. I peeled it off because it looked shit. But this was my Carnivus and Richardson Katie's Bubbles collaboration brush, and it's got a 24mm knot. Now look at the gel tips on that. I've shaken a lot of the water of it, but it gels even more than that when it's really wet. 24mm, I can't remember who did this knot for the life of me. I've been thinking and thinking, I still no idea. But anyway, let's go. Let's hand lather it and just see what sort of shave I can get. Now this is for the head, and then I'll do my face shave afterwards. My face shave afterwards. Flash Bowden was actually the one that gave me the idea on this. I don't know whether he's actually... What is it with me and badger brushes? Do you know what I mean? Like, there another... I have soaked this for about 5 minutes. I haven't wet the soap at all, I've just went straight onto the dry soap. So I'm getting a hand wash and a shave at the same time. Can't really go wrong with that in these crazy times, can you? Alright, straight off the bat, I can tell you right now it's very airy because it isn't a shave soap for a start. I'm not quite sure how close the ingredients are for this as they are with the shaving soap, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be reasonably different. Just dipping the tips of the brush in the water. I want to make sure I get a good load in this brush so that I can sort of work with it and see if I can get some sort of lasting lather on my head, which, to be honest, just looking at the foam in my hand so far, I'm not expecting much. Right, let me just place this to the side. One thing's for sure, it's very slick, and I found that when I used it in the shower. It's a very, very slick soap. This on. There is sort of an added bonus to lathering your hand, and this is it. It's already on your hands, you don't have to scoop it out of a bottle. Very slick. And really, for a head shave, that's all I sort of look for. Yeah, hard to get off your hands, that's for sure. And here we go. So you can see there, it is very, very foamy, very bubbly, and it's dissipated on my head already. But let's just see what we can do. Mitchell's Woolfat bar soap. For those of you that aren't aware, over here in Australia, we're banned from having 500 people or more gatherings outdoors and 100 people or more indoors for, I can't remember what it was like non-compulsory or unimportant events. So obviously football is something that doesn't have to happen. The one I thought about was public transport. Obviously up in Perth, where I live in Western Australia, I work on the trains, and I know that underground up there, it's indoors essentially. Gets between, you can have thousands of people on the platforms. I know yesterday they had a shutdown on the line, the Mandra line, which which caused thousands of people to be backed up inside the underground, which is an enclosed area. And everyone would have been way closer than a metre together. I'm going to add a little bit of water here, but I can tell you right now this ain't going to be great. It'll build up a frothy, foamy lather, but it ain't going to last. It's going to dissipate all day. Really weird, isn't it, that they make such a good, well, different ingredients I suppose. But at least it tells you one thing: don't use the same formula for all the soaps, which I suppose is a good thing. No prep shave. I'm going to go with that because it is going to dissipate, there's no doubt about it, it's going to disappear very quickly. This was a terrible idea. Thanks, Flash. In other news, the stallion, Anthony Esposito, contacted me on my channel for a few of my videos. He actually commented on quite a few. I think he watched a few and commented, well, he definitely watched them because he commented based on what I was saying. And I sent him an email, and as such, it's all water under the bridge. I don't think he remembers. I do remember because I always remember things that impact me, or impact other people, that's been my fault. And as a result, we're now talking again, and I think he's going to send me a straight razor, which I've told him not to, but I don't know. I know he'd sell, I think he sells gold dollars from memory. Right, the lather is tremendous, absolutely beautiful, glossy bubbles of shitness. Let's see how it shaves. The leaf razor, surprise, surprise, and I've got 3 half Persona Med Prep blades in there, and as you can see, they're all lined up beautifully. Now, just as an update for the leaf razor. Now, I know I obviously recommend this razor to anyone and everyone, for head shaves mainly. It's great on the face as well. These blades feel sensational. Any sharp blade in this razor and you cannot go wrong. And this soap is so slick. It's got no protection, but to be honest with you, with this razor, you don't really need any. You just need that slickness. It's not going to be chopping your skin off or anything like that, causing you any real issues. You can see how slick that is. It's very, very slick. In fact, I've just got it on the razor. They are almost sort of at the end of the road now with designing and finishing the twig, which for head shaves doesn't affect me. If you watch my channel and you're buying this razor for head shaves, I can assure you, after you master it and get better with it, maybe not master it, but when you get better with it, you can do everything without having to use a twig razor or a double-edged razor or a cartridge, the back of a cartridge, to get the top of your ears and things and behind your ears. Once you become comfortable with it and you realise it's not going to chew you up. How slick is this soap? I guess in these sort of, I would say scary times, it's not really that scary with this coronavirus, but there's been a lot of idiots come out. The idiots are always there, but they really come out in force when something mad happens in the world. You can see how shit that lather, there is no lather, but the slickness is there. This really just highlights the fact that if you don't have any shaving soap or you don't have any lather cans of goo or anything, if you've got any sort of hand soap, any bar soap, it'll work. It won't whip up the best lather, that's for sure. I mean, as you can see, this lather is non-existent now. But one thing's for sure, it is slick as snot. Now it won't be, if you use, say, just a normal cheap shitty bar soap from Coles or Woolfat or any supermarket or Aldi or whatever you shop, it's not going to be as good as this probably, because Mitchell's Woolfat, there's something about it that's just phenomenally slick. I mean, my head now is dry, but yet there's still a layer of slickness there. I'm just going to just wet my hand, just chuck it on my head and see what it feels like. Yeah, I mean, it's incredibly slick. I've also had a lot of requests lately to use DE razors that I used in previous videos, and I just want to reiterate while I'm on this video that if I remember, I'll do it the same on my face shave video, that I no longer actually own any other DE razors. I've either sold them, given them away. I've got my Feather AC Artist Club razor. This actually shaves very similar to Williams mug soap. It's pretty much an identical lather as well. It's fucking shit. Dreadful lather. But very, very slick. Just add a little bit of water again and there you go, all that slickness is back. Got a few little bits just up here. I was going to apply the brush again, but what's the freaking point? It's not like I'm creating a lather or anything anymore, I just want the slickness. And I can assure you there's absolutely loads of it. There's copious amounts of slickness up here. You can see the shine. Wherever you touch it's shiny, it just seems to, like the fat shaving soap. It just goes on and on and on. In fact, I could almost say this is slicker than the fat shaving soap. Very, very impressed for a hand soap, really. I mean, it's quite impressive. Very hard to get off. How'd it go? It went fantastic. Oh, I've got a bit of blood and I think it's over here. It is. I'm not quite sure where. Oh, in fact it's right there, is it? I think it is. I've just caught myself right there. That's what I get for. But I think that was probably when I did that really slow stroke. I probably just hooked the skin a bit and pulled it, but other than that, I'm really happy. It wasn't as enjoyable as a shaving soap. It doesn't have that same level on it. I'm just looking in the mirror over there and it looks like my skin's a little bit irritated. And I'm putting that down more to the soap than the razor, because I know the razor doesn't cause me any problems. Just maybe not having the protections caused me the issue today. Definitely got a bit of blood behind my ear there, a few little spots, looks like little weepers. Just rinsing the brush out now. The tips on that, just stunning. Set that to the side. Right, I'm just going to pop a little bit of Thayer's medicated witch hazel. Come on, focus. Woo, there we go. It just doesn't want to focus, does it? There's not much left of this. My wife's been using it lately as well. Just got to sting a bit, I think, where the cuts are and things. Yeah, definitely, I can see in the mirror over there that I've got a bit of irritation, sort of right down here. But the old Thayer's wasn't this on there. There's no hair left on my head, I can't actually feel any patches of hair at all. Right. Set this off to the side. I'll be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to the face shave with it. It's still bleeding a little bit, but we'll get that later on. So pop my glass to the side. Oh, douse my brush off and get rid of some of this water out the tips. You can probably see on the back of my head where all that irritation is. Oof. still a bit of soap left in this, but I shall sort that out afterwards. So the soap for today was Mitchell's Woolfat bar soap with a free here from the brush on it. It is from the brush. I did actually rinse all the soap off before I used it. My no, it's not a Morris and Fondren, my Carnivus and Richardson 24mm super gel tip knot. I mean, it's so soft. It's like beautifully soft on the tips. It's got no scrub or just scratch. It's got absolutely, literally no feeling at all. There's the rest of the head. The rest of the head's pretty good, but definitely that's taken a little bit of the redness out of the back, which is good. The leaf razor from Leaf Shave. Absolutely brilliant. I love it for head shaves. Great for face shaves too. Oh, and I didn't even get to it, I've just remembered now. They're working on a new razor, a newer version of this. I don't know what they're doing with it, but they are working on a second version of it, or V2 or whatever you want to call it. And they're also working on a different razor as well, which they didn't actually tell me anything about. But they're working on something else along with the twig and other little bits and bobs, and it's quite exciting. I'm really looking forward to see what they can do with this and take it to the next level, because it's already above everything else anyway. So if they can take that and make it better, I'll tell you what. And with that, I finished off with a little bit of Thayer's Medicaid. I'm going to go and do my face shave. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.